Kody for good. So I'm a little bit nervous because I'm like, okay, are we going to be able to be around each other?
Sister Wives Season 20 is already setting the internet on fire with shocking teasers. The biggest twist? A brand new woman stepping into Kody Brown's crumbling family, and rumor has it she's wealthy. Yes, Kody Brown is allegedly planning to marry a rich woman. Hello friends, welcome back to the most explosive daily gossip update. I'm Olivia, and I hope you're all doing well. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss the chaos that's about to unfold. When Sister Wives first hit TLC back in 2010, Kody Brown didn't just introduce himself, he branded himself as a revolutionary. He wasn't hiding in the shadows like other polygamists. No, Kody was determined to drag plural marriage into mainstream America, presenting himself as the husband who could juggle 4 wives, 18 children, and endless drama with fairness, joy, and divine purpose. For a while, the show fed into that happy family fantasy. Christine played the devoted homemaker, Janelle was the independent career woman, Mary stood as the legal backbone, and Robyn, the younger romantic newcomer, was painted as Kody's emotional savior. But cracks began to split that perfect image almost instantly. Christine admitted jealousy when Robyn entered the picture. Mary slipped into loneliness. Janelle confessed she felt like an outsider. Yet Kody clung to the image of being the proud leader of a polygamist empire. Fast forward to season 19, and that empire has collapsed. Christine divorced him. Janelle walked away. Mary finally cut ties. Only Robyn was left, exhausted and in tears, realizing she never wanted to be the last wife standing. So why, after losing nearly everything, would Kody even consider taking on another wife? The answer is Kody's ego. For decades, he's been obsessed with proving himself, to his church, to TLC's viewers, to his own family. To admit polygamy failed under his leadership would mean admitting his entire adult life was a fraud. A new wife isn't just about romance. It's Kody's desperate grab at redemption. He wants the world to see that the Brown legacy of plural marriage is still alive, even if it's in ruins. But history has a cruel way of repeating itself, and this time the consequences could be uglier than ever. No one has more to lose than Robyn Brown. From the moment she joined the family, Robyn positioned herself as Kody's emotional centerpiece. She became the only legal wife, the so-called soulmate, the one who monopolized his love and loyalty, while the other wives faded into resentment. For years, fans accused Robyn of single-handedly destroying the sisterhood by turning Kody into a one-woman man. She always cried, insisting she never wanted that. But her actions told another story. Now, with whispers of Kody seeking a wealthy new bride, Robyn's entire status is hanging by a thread. If he marries again, she won't be the last wife anymore. She'll be forced to share him again after more than a decade of dominance. And that, fans say, is the ultimate irony. Robyn, the very woman accused of breaking the family apart, may finally taste the jealousy, neglect, and humiliation Christine, Janelle, and Mary endured for years. TLC already teased this with a shot of Robyn's tear-streaked face. Her look said it all. She's not ready for competition. But maybe this isn't just about competition. Maybe Kody is setting Robyn up for an even greater downfall. Christine and Janelle, watching from the sidelines, would certainly have their say. Christine, happily married to David Woolley and living her dream life of laughter and real partnership, would likely mock Kody's desperate move with a smirk. David himself might add, "Good luck to her," fueling the fire. Janelle, calm but cutting, would remind everyone that Kody couldn't handle 4 wives before, so why repeat the disaster now? For these women, the arrival of a new bride wouldn't just be gossip, it would be proof. Proof they were right to leave, proof Kody is incapable of change, and proof that his so-called legacy is nothing but a crumbling empire. And then there's Mary. After enduring years of neglect, betrayal, and public humiliation, this could finally be her "I told you so" moment. Imagine her sly smile in a confessional. After all those years of Robyn acting like she was special, now she'll finally feel the sting of replacement. Fan theories are going wild. Who is this mysterious woman? Is she a young believer trying to revive Kody's failing dream? A single mother with kids, just like Robyn once was? A business partner drawn in through Mary or Janelle's ventures? Or, more shockingly, is this just a TLC-planted storyline to stretch ratings and keep fans hooked for another decade? After all, secrecy and cliffhangers have been TLC's bread and butter since day one. And nothing screams ratings like another wife walking into the wreckage of Kody Brown's life. But here's the truth. Kody isn't the man he once was. He's older, angrier, broke, and alienated from most of his kids. His hairline is fading, his finances are drowning, and his patience has evaporated. Can he really handle another wife? Realistically, no. But in Kody's mind, this isn't about reality. It's about legacy. He refuses to be remembered as the man who failed polygamy. Even if it destroys what little he has left, he wants one final chance to prove himself. The real explosion, though, may come from the children. Most of them are adults now, and many are already outspoken critics of their father. Some could publicly roast him online. Others might cut ties completely. For those still reeling from the tragic loss of Garrison, watching Kody chase a new romance instead of mending broken bonds could feel like the deepest betrayal yet. The storyline is darker than ever. Children versus father, loyalty shattered forever. Meanwhile, the fan response is already on fire. Reddit is buzzing with memes. TikTokers are parodying Robyn's meltdowns. Twitter is branding Kody delusional. Outrage, amusement, disbelief, it's exactly what TLC wants, and exactly what fuels ratings. Speculation for the season 20 finale is spiraling. Will Robyn finally walk away if Kody marries again? Will this new woman even survive the chaos? Or will Kody's empire collapse entirely, leaving him without a single wife? Just when fans thought they'd seen every breakdown, every divorce, every tragedy, Sister Wives Season 20 is teasing the most shocking twist yet. And this one could flip the entire Brown family saga upside down.
I have 100% loyalty from Robyn. So, okay, I guess that's like Robyn. Nope, I'm just asking for loyalty.
Weddings have always meant ratings for TLC, and what better way to spark fan obsession than by tossing a brand new wife into Kody Brown's fractured world? The mix of Kody's cocky swagger against Robyn's endless tears is the exact cocktail of chaos producers dream of. The season 20 trailer even teases Kody declaring, "Love is about taking risks, and I think I'm ready to risk again." Those words, oozing arrogance, ignited outrage online. Viewers flooded Reddit with brutal reactions mocking him. Risk? This man couldn't handle 4 wives. He's a disaster waiting to happen. Others pointed fingers at TLC saying, "This has the network's fingerprints all over it. They know we'll watch the train wreck." Poor Robyn thought she was safe. Now she's about to choke on her own medicine. Real or staged, one thing is certain. This storyline is already primed to be one of the most scandalous chapters in Sister Wives history. For Robyn, the nightmare is just beginning. She built her entire identity on being Kody's final and favored wife, the one who outlasted all the others. He even divorced Mary in 2014 to marry her legally, adopting her children and cementing her as his ultimate choice. Robyn relished his devotion while many of his biological children accused him of neglect. She got the holidays, the birthdays, the nights, while the rest of the wives lived in lonely corners. She always claimed she never wanted to be the only one, that she entered this family seeking sisterhood and community for her kids. But when the others fled, Robyn was left standing in the wreckage, a queen in a castle of ruins. Now, with whispers of another wife, the foundation she's clung to for over a decade is cracking. Robyn spent years assuring herself she was the chosen one, but the second Kody introduces a new woman, that fantasy implodes. She'll finally feel the same sting Christine confessed to when Robyn joined. Jealousy, insecurity, the ache of being displaced. For Robyn, whose biggest fear has always been abandonment, this could be emotionally catastrophic. Viewers, however, are calling it karma. For years, Robyn was painted as the destroyer of the sisterhood. Now, they say, she may finally suffer the heartbreak she once helped cause. The teaser only fans those flames. Robyn is seen sobbing in a darkened interview, whispering through tears, "I thought I was safe. I thought he chose me. I don't know who I am anymore." That clip alone has been memed endlessly, dubbed Robyn's downfall, and labeled as tears no one pities. But the truth is harsher. If Kody is really preparing to remarry, this isn't just manufactured drama. It could be the beginning of the end for their fragile, lopsided union. Meanwhile, Mary Brown is stepping back into the spotlight with a vengeance. In the teaser that blew up social media, Mary sits across from Kody in a quiet cafe. Her eyes are steady, her tone unshaken as she asks, "When are you going to return what belongs to me?" Kody's face, stunned and defensive, told the entire story. Gone was the weeping, begging Mary of old. This Mary wasn't a victim, she was demanding accountability. The exchange went viral instantly. Reddit threads exploded with praise. Finally, Mary is standing up for herself. One user cheered. Another wrote, "I hope she drags him into court if he refuses. Enough is enough." This was more than just paperwork. This was Mary reclaiming her dignity. The weight of that? Confrontation can only be understood by looking back. Mary wasn't just Kody's first wife. She was the one who legitimized the family. Married in 1990, she gave Kody the legal standing for plural marriage, anchoring the family as his official spouse while the others entered through spiritual ceremonies. For years, she held a position of respect, but as Janelle brought financial stability, Christine brought maternal warmth, and later Robyn brought youth and romance, Mary's influence faded into shadows. The infamous 2015 catfishing scandal shattered what little connection remained, and Kody himself publicly admitted, "I don't consider myself married to Mary anymore." Yet she stayed, humiliated, sidelined, but bound by property and business. Ties that were far too tangled to simply walk away from. At the center of this looming battle is Coyote Pass, the Arizona land that was supposed to be the family's legacy. Purchased for nearly $820,000 in 2018, the land was to be divided into plots, with each wife promised her own home. Years later, the land remains untouched, a dusty monument to broken dreams. Insiders claim Kody and Robyn's names dominate the paperwork, leaving the ex-wives sidelined. Mary, who invested her money, expects her share. Her question, "When will you return my property?" is more than symbolic. It's about security. It's about respect. Fans know this is no small squabble. Mary has financial claims that reach far beyond Coyote Pass, from investments in the family's failed jewelry business to property sales spanning Utah, Nevada, and Arizona. If Kody denies her, he risks looking not just cruel, but greedy, a man willing to strip his first wife of what she rightfully deserves. Online, fans are urging Mary to lawyer up. Stop asking, demand. He'll never give it willingly. One tweet read. For over a decade, Mary faded into the background, eclipsed by Kody's other relationships, mocked for her desperation, dismissed for her loyalty. But now, the property dispute has given her a battleground Kody can't wave away, with charm or excuses. Paperwork doesn't lie, deeds don't cry. Mary's new resolve isn't about chasing affection or clinging to old dreams. It's about reclaiming her dignity and demanding equity. After years of neglect, she's finally ready to say enough. And the timing couldn't be more perfect. Christine has remarried, Janelle is thriving independently, and Robyn is unraveling under the weight of Kody's latest stunt. With Kody financially drained and emotionally cornered, Mary's voice hits harder than ever. Her stand isn't just about a piece of land, it's a symbol, a declaration. After decades of humiliation, she is ready to tell Kody, "I want what's mine." Fans are already whispering that legal action may be next, with TLC cameras capturing every second of this slow-motion implosion. Kody's reaction? Predictably defensive. He has never taken confrontation well, especially when it comes from the women he wronged. But this time, Kody may have met his match. Mary isn't pleading anymore, she's demanding. And that demand could be the blow that finally exposes Kody Brown not just as a failed husband, but as a man who betrayed every commitment he ever made. Kody's blow-ups usually arrive in a rigid sequence: swerve from accountability, spike the volume, accuse the other person of betrayal, then retreat to Robyn for emotional cover. When Mary requested a sit-down about the property, insiders say Kody showed up wired tight, jaw locked, fingers twitching on the edge of the table. He is a man who's long believed the rules bend to his will, a patriarch used to dictating terms and redefining the past. Mary asking for straight answers punctures that narrative. Many viewers predict his response will be a cocktail of rage and denial. He'll call Mary ungrateful, resurrect old wounds to discredit her, and insist she forfeited any claim the moment. She checked out of the marriage. In Kody's universe, devotion to him is the only currency that counts. Paperwork and moral fairness are negotiable. Others think he'll stage his favorite performance, wounded reasonableness. He'll say he always planned to make things right, that Mary is rushing, that the cameras distort everything. If that fails, there is always the third play. Pretend nothing is wrong until the dam bursts. Minimizing, postponing, delaying. Financial obligations have often been kicked down the road until they erupt. The wild card this time is TLC's lens. Kody knows every syllable can be replayed, slowed, memed. Does he explode and show the raw truth? Or does he harden his mask and pose as the calm commander? History suggests pride will steer him into the skid. His anger drove Christine out. His rigidity cost him Janelle, and his blatant favoritism alienated older children who once worshipped him. Mary's demand for property might be the moment that exposes him not just as a failed partner, but as a leader whose authority has bled away in full view of the world. And then there is Robyn. You cannot parse Kody's choices without acknowledging the gravitational pull of his fourth and favored wife. For years, Robyn absorbed the rage of the fan base, too dependent, too manipulative, too desperate to preserve her throne as the legal spouse. But property turns her from lightning rod to gatekeeper. As the wife on the paperwork, her name is intertwined with signatures, deeds, and contracts. That makes her both Kody's soft place to land and the lockbox of his assets. So when Mary asks for what's hers, Robyn hears something else, a breach in the wall. If he yields to Mary, Christine could push for more. Janelle could assert long-buried rights, and suddenly the carefully guarded Kody and Robyn fortress looks perforated. Insiders whisper that Robyn may intervene indirectly, reminding Kody of her sacrifices, weeping about family unity, even suggesting Mary doesn't need the land because she has her B&B and independent income. The irony is brutal. Once upon a time, Mary divorced Kody so he could legally marry Robyn and adopt her kids, a sacrifice framed as sister-wife solidarity. Now, that decision looms like a bad dream. By relinquishing legal status, Mary may have diluted leverage over assets she helped build. Robyn's heartbreak here is different from Mary's. Mary feels robbed of fairness. Robyn fears losing control. If Kody concedes, Robyn's grip loosens. If he refuses, Robyn absorbs the blame, again, as the wedge in the wreckage. Either path keeps her fingerprints all over the outcome, for better or worse. Meanwhile, Christine and Janelle deliver running commentary from a distance. They're out, but they're not silent. With Mary confronting Kody over property, both women respond in ways that mirror their arcs. Christine, secure with David Woolley and buoyed by genuine partnership, shakes her head at Kody's predictability while applauding Mary's steel. She has long cataloged favoritism and manipulation. This, to her, feels overdue. Janelle remains pragmatic even as she calls the hypocrisy by name. Kody preached fairness and shared leadership, and now the ledger comes due in dollars and deeds. Their perspectives sharpen another tension line, the children's eyes. Adult kids who watched the implosion in real time are measuring every move. Any hint that Kody shields Robyn while shorting Mary hardens a narrative they have voiced for years. Fans point out that Christine and Janelle, by framing past grievances next to present stakes, give TLC a clean editorial spine. Long-standing mismanagement now has receipts. Mary's standoff feels not only justified but inevitable. The older, children especially, are not politely averting their gaze. Many have criticized Kody's favoritism before. Mary asserting herself has re-energized those critiques. Sources suggest some of the Brown kids quietly side with Mary, convinced the asset trail has never been clean. Social media sleuths speculate that Peden, Gwendolyn, and others may be weighing in, publicly or privately, about transparency and stewardship. Property is never just property on sister wives. It's a proxy for legacy. Adult children will one day inherit whatever survives this storm, so how Kody handles Mary's claim becomes precedent. It also lays bare a generational shift. The first wave of wives endured Kody's rules for the sake of harmony. Their children, raised on camera and unafraid of the comment section, challenge authority rather than swallow it. What looks like a dispute between ex-spouses is, to them, a referendum on accountability with long shadows over trust, relationships, and inheritance. TLC, of course, is not leaving this to chance. The editors are building an operatic arc from the paperwork. Tight shots on Mary's level gaze, hard cuts to Kody's clamped jaw, and long silences that feel like a drum roll. Every choice pushes the audience to pick a side. Confessionals splice past tears with present resolve to mark Mary's transformation from sidelined to sovereign. Kody's hedging is scored like a villain's soliloquy. The camera lingers, the music swells, and suddenly a land dispute feels like a war for truth. Fans see the pattern and call it out. The show seems to amplify Kody's evasions while spotlighting Mary's calm, creating a moral contrast that is hard to miss. Whether you think it's manipulation or masterful storytelling, the result is the same. Viewers are invested, furious, and glued to the unfolding reckoning. In the fandom, speculation is a bonfire. Threads and forums spin two paths: court or compromise. Many argue Mary has waited long enough and should formalize her claim, hire counsel, pull documents, and force Kody to answer on the record. With years of footage showing promises made and not kept, some believe she has a compelling mosaic that could box him in. Others imagine a back-channel deal, Mary leveraging her on-camera confrontation to pressure Kody into a quiet settlement that avoids a legal circus while still returning what's hers. One of the most potent theories centers on Robyn's position. If Mary extracts property cleanly, Robyn loses the aura of being the sole steward of Kody's estate, and the tactical board she's played on for a decade rearranges overnight. No matter the route, fans agree. This isn't symbolic theater. The outcomes are concrete: numbers on deeds, names on titles, checks that clear or bounce, and the family's future alliances will be shaped by who holds the paper. Season 20 is dangling both outcomes like keys in front of a locked door. The explosive version is easy to imagine, a confrontation that mushrooms on camera, edged with flashbacks to favoritism and betrayal, punctuated by Christine's barbed clarity and Janelle's measured critiques, while Robyn's attempt at mediation backfires into accusations of control. The quieter version is possible too. Kody, boxed in by optics and pressure, concedes enough to salvage face, perhaps with Robyn brokering a peace that still centers their household. The first delivers fireworks and weeks of viral discourse. The second delivers closure and a rare win for dignity. Either way, TLC will milk the suspense, stretching the will he won't he tension across episodes until viewers can't help but return for the next reveal. And beyond the episodes, the implications are seismic. For Kody, this is a forced audit of leadership. Charm, favoritism, and shifting rules can't overwrite ledgers and signatures. For Mary, it marks a pivot from patience to power, proof that endurance can harden into resolve, that a woman can step out of the margins and claim what the story kept denying her. Whether through a negotiated agreement or a legal route, she is asserting rights that no longer hinge on Kody's approval. For the wider Brown constellation, the dispute exposes fractures long disguised as plural harmony. Christine and Janelle's voices, Robyn's complicated leverage, and the children's sharpened scrutiny signal a redistribution of power that no single patriarch can command. And for the audience and the network, this is the rare arc that fuses spectacle with stakes. It's not just love and doctrine anymore, it's accountability with receipts. In the end, Season 20 may be remembered less for a splashy wedding, or a reconciled embrace, and more for a first wife who stopped asking and started insisting. Mary's stand plants a flag, for fairness, for clarity, for the simple principle that promises attached to land and labor must be honored. It sets a precedent inside the Brown saga and a message for watchers who've aged alongside it. Time exposes the truth, and eventually, the bill comes due. Whether the next episode delivers confrontation or compromise, one certainty remains: Mary Brown's demand will echo beyond this season, parsed and debated long after the credits roll. Because in plural marriage, as in every family, accountability delayed is not accountability denied. Accountability denied.